So, respected Kuala Dojala and friends of Tibet and all Tibetan communities, brothers and sisters, I would like to say thanks for your participation, for your support. Today is a special day for us, Tibet, in the capital of Europe, Belgium and Brussels, gathered in front of EU, Tibet. We come here not for a festival. We came here to urge, to ask a petition to you and European Parliament that Tibet needs you. In Tibet, inside Tibet, you know that we lost our country 53 years ago. We have no human right in Tibet. Still we have no freedom of religion, no freedom of education, freedom of speech, and freedom of movement. For this reason, today we gather here, all the friends of Tibet and Tibetans here, to let the people in this world, the suffering of Tibetans inside Tibet. Until today, our brothers and sisters, nearly 51 Tibetans, young monks and nuns especially, they offer their life, precious human life, to preserve our country and to preserve our culture, our identity, and really asking the really freedom and the human rights inside Tibet, and the return of His Holiness back to Tibet, our country. Tibet belongs to Tibetans, and we really urge, we are asking to the world, we need you. It's a time, critical moment in these days inside Tibet. Thousands of Tibetans in prison today still, and including our beloved Panchen Rinpoche, Panchen Lama. He's the youngest prisoner in the world. Still we don't know where is the Panchen Lama. And as of these days, all the monasteries are surrounded by military and army Chinese controlling the freedom of religion. And the Chinese government all over the world, they are telling false statement saying that the Tibetans are very happy these days in Tibet. The Chinese government has progressed a lot for the Tibetans, and Tibetans live much better now than before. These are all saying that false statements, and the world is not stupid. The world knows who is Chinese government. We Tibetans are not against Chinese public. We are not against Chinese people. We are not against Chinese citizens. We are against the Chinese government, the policy, what they are doing. Violation of human rights inside Tibet and China. You know that the Falun Gong inside China, what they are doing. And not only for Tibetans. And the Chinese government is destroying all our nature, our mineral exploration in the Tibetans, and then also contamination, pollution in our rivers in Tibet. And anyway, the Chinese government, the policy is to disappear, to finish the identity of Tibetan nationality. But Tibet will remain forever. As long as His Holiness Dalai Lama is alive, the Tibetan never die. So, our culture, our philosophy, our identity of Tibet, our nation is more and more known in the West, even though Chinese government is controlling a lot inside Tibet. We Tibet never give up our struggle. Our struggle of Tibet always in peaceful means and non-violence is our way of struggle. We never use arms and of course violence against Chinese government. For this reason, today we have also some friends of Chinese who support for Tibet. He's here. I would also say thanks for, we need also Chinese people supporting, because we have a right. We Tibet have a truth. For this reason, the flame of truth, the parliament in exile from Dharamsala, we initiated this campaign that grow over different continents. worldwide, we are traveling this flame of truth to share with the people who knows Tibet problems, to get them more support. Though still many people, millions of people in the West don't know about Tibet. To those, we are going to share the problem, suffering of Tibetans to those who don't know anything about Tibet. So in this case, at the same time, the flame of truth in Europe, we are traveling 23 countries in Europe, asking that their support and sharing the really sympathetic to the Tibetan people who are dying these days inside Tibet. We hope no more self-immolation in Tibet. That this is enough. The Chinese government has to know the reason, the main purpose and main reason why Tibetans, instead of killing Chinese, they themselves offer their life. This is a Buddhist philosophy, no harming to others' life. In this case, I want to say just a few words, and this, you know, anyway, the people, Tibetan people knows, all the support groups, you know the problem of Tibet. Not only Tibetan is suffering in this world, many people, many nations are suffering of human rights violation, and there's no freedom at all. In this case, in Tibet, we are urging, really, it's a critical moment these days. Tibet is burning these days. So, really, and also UNO keep silence. Because of made in China and because of market is controlling all over the world. But the made in China won't success forever. Everything is impermanence. Of course, now the change will come from inside Chinese young and intelligent Chinese people. They will change the Chinese government. The Chinese communist government never lasts forever. We know that. In this case, we Tibetans, please don't forget we are Tibetan. We have to really put our energy, our time to considering the problem and suffering of our brothers who live inside Tibet. We are okay who are in Europe, who are in America, in the West. Really, personal, we have no problems comparing to the Tibetans who are living inside Tibet. So we have to really put our energy to support. And our action should be sooner or later. Tibetans who live inside Tibet and Tibetans who are outside Tibet may one day we united together, we should live together, return back all our Tibetans, and then especially His Holiness Dalai Lama may return to Tibet and using Potala Palace. And yes, of course, we should live in peace and non-violence as before. This is our aim, and we need all your support. There are so many supporters in the West, and especially in Belgium, there are many people, and the EUs and member of parliaments, they are supporting, but not enough. And UNO also doing something, but UNO, who is deciding at the end? The Chinese will make decision at the end. So we say that really UNO, and we have a campaign of signature. So really on 10th December, we will offer this signature to UNO to consider the problem of Tibet and send a fact-finding delegation to inside Tibet. This is our request. Whether they do or not, this is their matter. So from our Tibetan side, we have to really work together. All the Tibetans have to work together for the sake of Tibetan brothers, sisters, and cease their problem and suffering inside Tibet. This is our request to all, and please remember the kindness of His Holiness Dalai Lama and the Tibetan government in exile. Don't forget, we Tibetans, we have to pay kindness, repay our kindness to the Tibetan government and His Holiness. And we are Tibetan. Please preserve our culture, preserve our tradition, and same time we are living in Europe, and don't disobey. Please follow the law of our country where we are living. Okay, so this is our and then.